Hey Gemini, welcome to Dark Eve Tarot. I am Eve, and we're going to get you a monster message here. We're just going to look at an external monster and an internal monster. Alright, one more shuffle. We'll start with external. This can be a person, a situation, something that's giving you difficulty. Alright, so the identifier here is the Two of Swords. Normally the Two of Swords would be like a decision or something, but it seems like there's whatever the decision is, it's being made for you. I don't think that you're choosing this. You're not choosing to have or to interact or to be exposed to this monster, right? But there's definitely a dominant. I don't know if you are the dominant one or the monster is the dominant one, like the situation. Because I don't know quite yet if it's a situation or a person. So here, this is a card about you. Well, Gemini, this seems a little bit overblown. You see how it looks like he's holding in his breath, like trying to puff out his face, even though he looks like he has a tiny head? I don't know, there's something about that, like holding your breath or something. But it's the Eight of Pentacles. It's weird, it's like, it kind of makes me think about being really, really good at keeping your mouth shut. So if that's the case, then the dominant one is the monster. So here, this is something that you don't see. What is this? It's like the king of Pentacles, but it's something out of your hands. It's something you have no control over. It feels like there's something much bigger at play than your role in all of this. I don't know that this is something that you can make. No, you know what? You might sense that, because that would explain kind of holding your tongue a little bit there, Gemini. And so here, this is kind of like the purpose or the goal of the monster, the external monster. This is kind of coming across as greed. Like greed, power, dominating, that kind of thing. It seems like way bigger picture though, especially since it's with this one here. It almost seems like if this is like a work situation, it could be like a toxic boss or just like a greedy corporation. If this is a person, I don't really think I don't know that it's an individual person. It feels like a conglomerate of some sort, and like that's treating you like some kind of pawn or something, or like an NPC, even though you're not. So, you know, something along those lines. But I don't really know that there's much you can do about like the overall, like whatever it is, it's meant to play out. It's been planned by the universe or something like that. So let's get just some advice for you. Advice for Gemini. Oh, sweet. Okay. So we have the sun and the secret. So, I mean, what does the sun do? It shines the light, right? It shines the light on the secret. So, whatever this is, you're going to eventually like find out what it was all about. The light will definitely shine on whatever is being hidden from you. And this right here was kind of the hidden part, right? So you're going to eventually find out what this big conglomerate thing, or this big hidden thing, what, like, I don't know if it's like a big hidden agenda, or maybe like like a conspiracy theory come true or something like that. We're gonna look at an internal um monster, and basically our internal monster is our shadow. So we're meant to kind of take a look at it, say hi, integrate it, because the our internal monster is a source of power for us, and you can use it for, creating things and having a little bit more power in your life. It's not necessarily an enemy or something you have to cover up. It does require discipline, though, I guess. So, identifier. Well, it's the Knight of Pentacles, so I am getting the slow moving with this. It kind of creeps up on you. It almost seems a little bit low-key, like a low-key monster, like something with potential, you know what I mean? Like if it goes unchecked, it has the potential to get massive, but it's slow. So this is a card about something about you. Ooh. So you have the Death card here, which is telling me, and he's kind of facing this monster here. So it's almost like you are determined to put an end to it before it gets out of hand, which is very, like, if it is like some kind of like secret toxic behavior you have inside of you or something, it's I mean, it's good to put an end to things that don't work out for you. But I will say that sometimes there's usually like a root, like a reason, like a reason why. It's one of those things where you don't want to just treat the symptoms and not the problem, And so here we have something that you don't see about this internal monster, and it wants to be your friend, Gemini. So you're trying to eliminate it, but it actually really wants to be your friend and hang out and chill. So here, let's say you choose not to. Let's say you choose not to make friends with it. You don't want anything to do with your shadow. You don't want to look at it. Then you become the angry magician. So what I'm seeing here is a few things. First, it is the magician, so it's not like it's going to destroy your ability to create things for yourself, but it's the quality of the things that you create. Here, it almost looks as if he's showing his tools here, like he's showing it off, like, and they're all on the surface, like a surface level kind of thing. Like ignoring, it's like ignoring it's like ignoring your shadow or your inner monster. Instead, like it will it will like you'll still be able to create, but it's like these surface level things, and they lack depth and like meaning and power, you know? It's like a one-dimensional magician. So what's your advice here? Advice for Gemini for the internal monster. So we have Winter and the Aristocrat. That's, that doesn't, I don't know if that seems like advice. That seems like an extension of this magician here. Like if you don't choose this Three of Cups, if you don't choose to come together with all parts of you, right? It's like, it's gonna be a very, very freaking cold winter for like all the things that you want to accomplish, right? Because like you think of an aristocrat, you think of like someone super accomplished, they've manifested a lot, or they can create things for themselves and a great life and blah blah blah. But it's like, boom, winter. So I still feel like you need advice. I don't want to end a reading like this without advice, because it needs to be helpful, you know what I mean? So let's get some regular tarot here. How does Gemini prevent the aristocrat winter? Gemini prevent aristocrat winter. Alright, so we have some hard work. We have some hard work, but it's like the tail end of it though, you know? I mean, it's like a burden that you're gonna be able to put down soon. This is about regrets here, Gemini. It's like it's almost like you think dealing with whatever, you know, monster parts of you is going to be this huge burden for yourself. And it's like the advice here is like Gemini, you're gonna wish otherwise. You're gonna wish you didn't think it was such a burden. Because at the end, I mean, this is the Ten of Wands. It's like it's an ending. It's like the last. It's like a last step. You know what I mean? It's like you've actually already done the hard part. You've already done all of the hard part. You just have a little left to go. And if you stop now and just push it down and bury it, then there will be some kind of remorse. It's like keep going, you know, like slow and steady wins the race, just like the Knight of Pentacles. It's like don't be so quick to just nip something in the bud, you know? Especially when it comes to, you know, dealing with yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Because that could be a form of this death card here, is just giving up on yourself. So it is recommended that you do not do that. But do whatever you want, Gemini. Do whatever you want. Alright. So this is your message, and take what resonates, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.